In the meantime, let's bring you right up to speed on all of the fallout from Manchester United's humiliating 4-0 defeat to Brentford yesterday. The players were back in for extra training today, and it seems Cristiano Ronaldo's future is under further scrutiny too, because Manchester United will have to consider terminating Ronaldo's contract if his attitude doesn't improve. He has cut a frustrated figure on the pitch, including during the defeat yesterday. It's known that he'd like to leave Old Trafford. He wants to play Champions League football, but he still has a year left on his deal with the option of another 12 months as well. And Manchester United have reiterated there is no change in their position regarding Ronaldo. The latest development, though, marks what's been a turbulent summer for him and his club. He didn't return to Manchester until the end of July, leaving less than 2 weeks of preparation before the start of the new Premier League season. He made his first pre-season appearance in a 1-1 draw with Rayo Vallecano, but he was pictured leaving Old Trafford at half-time. Ten Hag later described his behaviour as unacceptable. And his number 7 started the season on the bench. He did make a second-half appearance, but couldn't stop Ten Hag's side losing 2-1 at home to Brighton. And that was followed by yesterday's 4-0 defeat at Brentford, leaving United bottom of the Premier League after 2 games, and with their biggest star misfiring.
Cristiano Ronaldo having an attitude problem. I mean, he's one of the greatest players of all time, and it didn't seem to be a problem at, Real Madrid and Manchester United before. So, for me, I mean, if Ronaldo's got an attitude problem, then so has every single player on that pitch. Because if he wants to be better, and I don't blame him for wanting to leave, but this whole having to terminate his contract, that doesn't sit well with me.
I think this is going to happen. I think this is the whole, I wouldn't say excuse behind everything, but I think a lot of the blame is going to go on Cristiano Ronaldo. It wouldn't surprise me if tomorrow we hear that it has been terminated. I've just got this funny feeling.
Is this the out for Man U?
I think so. And I think it's, well, let's blame Cristiano Ronaldo. His attitude.
But what are they going to do when he goes then and there's still the problems? Because the problems were there before he got there. I don't disagree with you, Lee.
No.
I just can't get my head around it.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that at all. I just feel that this will be the situation that's just eased it for them to go, right, let's rip up his contract, let's start again. But like you said, the situations are still going to be there. There's no doubt about it. They're talking about a 5-year plan. Let's go 10 years. Let's add another 5 on top of that, because that is nowhere near.
After yesterday, 20.
Well, as we mentioned before, Ten Hag ordered the United squad in for additional training today, despite it being a scheduled day off. And he demanded his players covered 13.8 kilometres. And that's the exact distance that Brentford ran further than them in yesterday's match. We're told Ten Hag was horrified by the performance and made it clear to the squad that they had let everyone associated with the club down.
The Glazers' focus, they won't particularly worry about results like that. The Glazers' focus is on money, payments in kind, leverage buyouts, and particularly the dividends that they take out of the club. And people say, they've invested £1 billion in players. Well, first, there's no strategy in terms of their buying, and the Glazers have to be coupled for that. You have to appoint the right people, and that involves then recruiting players who are on the way up. Not big names that the Glazers might have heard about on the way down, but they buy those sort of players because they know there is a market value in terms of shirt sales. Manchester United will get the shirt sales if they are doing well, but they should focus on young, hungry players. And that performance from Manchester United was a disgrace because there was no one fighting.
In this very window, we've seen players decline the opportunity to go to Manchester United. We are seeing in real time Frankie de Jong saying, I don't want to go to Man United. I'm already, to use his words, at my dream club. Now, whether that's a negotiating position or whatever, the fact is that there are players. If you look around the top 6, there are other clubs that have signed the players they want to go into the season. United are still way behind the curve because players will not go there. Isn't that a longer-term problem? I agree with you, they do need better players, but if they won't come, what do they do?
So can Manchester United bounce back in their next game, which happens to be Liverpool at Old Trafford? Liverpool have scored 9 goals on their last 2 visits. That is next week's Monday Night Football. That's August the 22nd, live on Sky Sports Premier League and Main Event 2.